Okay, and welcome back. We're picking up where we left off last time in Shadow Empire and our self-imposed challenge of fear walking, which is basically trying to play such that all the professional troops have to have some sort of transport, whether it's a truck, motorized, a tank. Basically, they're not allowed to walk. The exception, of course, is the guys riding the walkers. The walkers being vehicles can walk. They're also kind of the exception that allows us to do stuff in the high mountains. So everything basically needs an engine of some sort. Over the end turn here, between the last part and the current part, we killed 100 infantry and lost a couple motorized. We've got 8 decisions on round 129 coming up here. Yeah, I think the next bunch of arachnids is declared on us. Did get the BP completion, so that's good. I'm actually on board with just supporting the leader's actions. We don't actually want democracy.
Yes, sir.
Here, I think we're going to go laser rifles. Do I have type? I think it's Thopter. That's VTOL. Might just be normal helicopter, normal plane for VTOL. Apparently have a Thopter in here. Yeah, so jet, turbojet on the Thopter, which I think is what that is. Unless I have Thopter tech. Oh, I have Thopter and or let's see, go in the blueprint. The bigger engine designs don't. Thopters at least. Okay, so some of the lighter stuff I could run with vertical takeoff. Which lowers the engine efficiency a bunch. Okay. So if we got the airfield we want to stick with, the not vertical takeoff. That's fair. Okay, I think we don't have anything we want to develop right now, so we'll set no new orders. Minor worker strike, we'll pay you off. Minor worker strike will pay you off. Minor worker strike will pay you off. Roaming thieves. Do what you can to mitigate it. Critical success, that was successful mitigation. Then more colonists here. Trying to get you up to level 3.
Roger that.
Okay, in the west, before I forget about it, can go ahead and try to get the tanks in position. They probably can just get into position. Tanks are reasonably quick. Especially because we haven't really heavily armored our tanks. They're a big gun on a tank-shaped vessel. Maybe not the heaviest in firepower, however, is a side effect. Or heaviest in armor capacity side effect. They're tank-shaped, not necessarily tank-equipped. Oh, and I think it's probably the militia that took the transport casualties. That makes sense. things. You're going to attack there.
Going in. Mission successful.
And then you're going to attack there.
Do it! Do it now! Mission accomplished.
And then these guys can attack in such a way that these guys can't escape.
Do it! Do it now! Mission accomplished. Going in. All clear, sir.
Weapons free.
Mission accomplished. All clear, sir.
Yep. Also another casualty again.
Okie dokie.
Yeah, the odd casualty is happening here.
Weapons free. Okie dokie.
Do it! Do it now!
Nope, another casualty.
Okie dokie.
Okay, by doing that, we have managed to encircle a guy in a position where we can actually get him destroyed.
Okie dokie. Okie dokie.
I would try to encircle that guy, but we don't actually have anyone to do the follow-up attack to actually destroy him. Unless this is the HQ, or the HQ, in which I'm not going to do. Didn't manage to get that guy to retreat, so same sort of thing here. We could encircle him, or could try to encircle him, but it's not really worth trying until we got the follow-up guy. Okay. Those are progressing. Demand-wise, we definitely progressed a point. The question is, do I want to wait around to see if a point is quick enough? I think the answer I should go with is no. Although we're kind of at the point where effective application is probably going to be entertainment, which I can't do. That's a good calm. Could do a little more security here, so we'll do barracks there. Maybe entertainment would be the ideal one there. So just not do one there, not do one there. Entertainment again. Definitely entertainment. Definitely entertainment. We did a bunch of workers here. We got nothing here, so let's go ahead and just do one of the three that we can.
Roger that. Roger that.
And then I haven't been looking at my scrap cards. Zoo is education, I believe. Surveillance is not what we want, but it's status we want to play it anyway. Sorry that this is... In comparison to a lot of the music in here, this is particularly loud. Commercial area is probably education. Or probably entertainment. Okay. Scrap mode. Corrupt. Don't want to corrupt. Thinking. Don't want to thinking. Heroic. I think heroic's the one we want. I think it's feeling we don't want. Forcer we don't want. Healing we don't want. Democratic we don't want. Vicious is fine. Okay. And then on the zones. Thinking. I'm going to pass on the thinking. Statist is government. Merit. Tempted to keep it because that one is at least a entertainment building, but no. Democratic, no. Democratic, no. No. Okay. So we got a couple of things that we can play. We definitely are on board playing the Militia House. Already got max level in the capital. They expand. So we'll play it. And then surveillance we can play somewhere. We're already upgrading the barracks here. We'll put the capital. Let's, Foreign Affairs Counselor. Director of the Foreign Affairs. Here you go. Here's a pheromone device. We'll even give you the metal merit.
Roger that.
For extra charisma. So I can definitely do some foreign affairs at this point. Aggression Pact. Then on board with it. Well, from pure happiness standpoint, then on board with it. We couldn't. Well, if we did a Shadow Diplomat, we could get it high enough, but they're not really on board with it by default. Shadow Diplomat would make that a 51% chance. That's the territory. So we got Arachnid territory, Arachnid territory, Arachnid territory. Oh, that major's having a bad day. But they're not even on board with non-aggression back. Okay. This is the one we're planning on attacking, so we're not going to get non-aggression back to them. Trade? Who wants trade? Already trading with them, already trading with them. Not trading with them. That one might be interesting to do. Yeah, let's, leader, Shadow Diplomat, Foreign Affairs Counselor.
Roger that.
So now on that trade request, it should be more than 50-50. Yeah, there's... It's got to roll a 23 or lower to fail.
Roger that.
He rolled a 3. He rolled 3. Yep, that happens. You get the XCOM odds every once in a while. Set everything up for incredibly high probability of success. Game says, yeah, no, not today.
Roger that.
Okay, so we're moving over there. Should keep the road going. Connect into the existing road. Seal that road. So it kind of wants to go that way. And yeah, this one's going to run up the existing road, so I just need to take it over at this point, I suppose. And own it for an extended period of time. So next turn we will bid that road. We're trying to do encirclement here. Random unknown unit here, interesting. Non-aligned unknown unit, okay. Okay, pretty good place to end the turn, so let's end that turn. Okay, so it looks like there's some back and forth with the Major and Arachnid territory there. There we go. Round 130. 3 decisions await us. One of which is presumably what to do about the dome breach. And we get the quality of life zone choice. Cool. And that extra heavy 6-engine aircraft. Okay, yeah, we're probably going to do that. Interrogate the thieves.
Aye, aye, sir.
Success. Dome breach. Yes, you've
sir.
everything I can give you to help. Well, good thing I did that because it was a critical failure. I think it was a critical failure. I think we only failed that one time. Yeah, failure. So if had I not given the plus 50 bonus, it would have been a critical failure. We have to abandon them. Cool. Let's go into the model design. Blueprint for an extra heavy 6 engine. This is either something that I had to make a transport, so we can transport a bunch of stuff. Level bomber for dropping bombs. I don't think this is going to be a map where I'm going to do transport, so we're just going to be level bombing the big engine, the big wings, guns, bombs, and a lot of fuel. Okay, so that is a minimum viable takeoff, but we don't have enough range, so we're gonna have to drop the bomb load. Drop the bomb load one step. That gives us 2 hexes of range. 3, 5, 9, 16. Go down the bomb load. Yeah, we'd get the range, max range, but now we're sitting at the same sort of bomb deployment as the 4-engine variety. And in that scenario, then I'd probably just use the 4-engine variety. Let's be fair. So we definitely want more bombs, at least one size out of the bombs. Can I get away with a more efficient engine? Or let's say the very heavy instead of the super heavy. Maybe even back off on the fuel a little bit. Two range, yeah. Nope, this for what I want is just not viable. So we're not going to bother with a very heavy one. There's nothing hidden behind it in type. Okay, so that's the dead end. That's where everything ends there. So we're just not going to worry about it. For the extreme vehicles for monitor tanks, which is fine. Probably don't really want monitor tanks. Unless extreme vehicles is going to give me like better engines or something. Yeah, so I think we have all the types we want. It's just keeping them up to date with everything we're developing. Orgs, applied, science. I probably wouldn't let go too long. Granted, that's gun optimization. So if we ever do a remodel of one of our weapons, it'll be even better. Communication, sanitation. Vehicle armor? Yeah, do vehicle armor optimization. Then we're going to do nothing here. Air Force. Go one more turn on the jet engine efficiency and then move over to something else. Military's working the laser rifles. Eco's working the high-speed rail. Afghan also is working on the motorized RPG infantry. Okay. Colonist deployment. Yes.
Roger that.
Okay, don't really have anything in the west to do unless I'm going to bring up new units. Push you forward. Push you forward. Yeah, I'm not sure exactly where I want you. Run into the problem that we're in the mountain area at this point.
Move it now! All clear, sir. Move it now! All clear, sir.
You can't go to the mountains. You can attack the guy who's in the low well, you can't go in the high mountains. You can attack the guy in the low mountains. Okay.
Mission accomplished. Do it! Do it now! Mission accomplished.
Okie dokie.
Okay, engaging him,
All clear, sir.
pushing him back, engaging again.
Okie dokie.
Oh, we have you encircled. I don't think I have any attacks there, though. No viable attacks in the moment. I don't think I have anyone who can go into the mountain either, so he'll probably get away.
Okie dokie.
Do it! Do it now! Mission accomplished.
Well, it did make it a longer dash, so maybe he won't actually get away. And yeah, they're definitely running in arachnids and arachnid territory, though we're moving on to the next one. Pull you out on the next turn, because you grabbed what you can. Everything's progressing. Prospecting there shouldn't be, or not prospecting. Well, prospecting would be interesting. Is there any fizzles found yet? No. And there's no expectation of finding any. Yeah. Yeah, it's probably time. It's probably time. Or, well, actually, we've got that such a low level rare metal mine that maybe it isn't time because we're not that low. Like, it's low, but it's got like 5-6 turns left on it before it needs to be done. So we'll delay that. We'll kick that can down the road. A government diplomat. Okay. He'll probably get assigned to a combat unit, but, you know. At least he's likely to get a job. Okay, just gonna raise operational HQ of motorized light infantry. That'll be that gap. The next one will be that gap. And to be fair, if I fill up this entire line before we deal with the arachnids, I might declare on the war on these guys anyway, without waiting for the arachnids to be done. The GI-2s and heavy combat armor? Oh, poor things. They're not going to appreciate being attacked by battle dress. Which is apparently most of my army at this point. I wasn't expecting battle dress to be implemented so heavily, but it is. Not quite fully field tested, so we're maybe not ready to go redesign it for the heavy battle dress, because especially for what we're fighting, we're not going to benefit from the heavy battle dress. So yeah, I think it's laser rifles, beam guns. Kind of do you want to get down to plasma guns? And light plasma rifles and that sort of stuff. Beam guns, I suppose we could put on the tanks instead. Plasma engines. Plus power engine. Maybe we'll try doing some plasma engine aircraft. And we'll see how this front goes. We might start having logistical issues again, and then I'll have to extend or build another city. But can't confirm or deny that that's going to happen in the near future. I have suspicions, but sometimes it's useful to be suspicious of things, because then you're already planning the solution. Let's put some spies out. Remembering to actually
Okie dokie.
train the spy master.
Okie dokie. Okie dokie. Okie dokie. Okie dokie. Okie dokie. Okie dokie. Okie dokie.
Yeah, coldest success might be a little hard to get off. I think we have to have some spies on them, yeah. They're gonna be major regimes with some spies on them. So I think that's a major regime. I'm not sure if they even have a city anymore, to be fair. Yeah, the fact is something I can click on their zones, making me think they don't have a city. Okay, yeah, we're gonna go ahead and end the turn. Interesting that our ammunition is actually getting used. May want to actually expand our ammunition production. We're getting to the point where apparently we're shooting it faster than we're making it. Yes, some very interesting spaghetti borders near us. Okay. Round 131, we have 8 decisions. Weren't attack over the intern, though we did a lot of attacking during our turn, so maybe the enemy is just exhausted. There are bugs. And it's not common that we're getting attacked by them anyway. Okay. Ruined city secured.
Move it now! Move it now! All clear, sir. Going in. Mission successful.
Oh, you definitely need a road. Support the south side of the mountain. Connect up to the existing road network for that city. We do now control the entire city. So this introduces a situation where we're going to want to roll archaeological
Copy
efforts.
that.
We're targeting the right zone. We were. Bit of a shame. That means there's nothing in the city. Well, not that there's nothing in the city to scavenge, but there's nothing, like, rare in the city to scavenge.
Do it now!
Okie dokie.
Do it now! Mission accomplished. Do it now!
Okie dokie.
Do it now! Mission accomplished.
Okay, hopefully he'll be in appropriate range. I suspect we're at the point where we're going to need a new city soon. Yeah, if we had found a archaeological site in the city, I'd probably splurge and go a little bit farther to get into the city, but no. So here is the next city spot.
Yes, sir.
Truck station,
Yes,
railhead, rail. And then, fair, we got a city right. Oh no, we've got the emergency railhead I shoved there, just about there. So 100 looks like about the right distance, about there. So that's where we're gonna want
Copy that.
truck station,
Copy
railhead. Continue off of that rail. And we'll see if I can remember in the next stream that those are going to become colony sites. Ruin over here, he's going to get the colonist for this turn.
Roger that.
Oh, and I need to go through the decisions. Commissar. We don't really want either of them, so we'll take the one that sort of got the lowest amongst both of them. Give some credits. That's fine. Not going to do custom formation yet.
Affirmative.
Affirmative.
That might succeed.
Aye, aye, sir.
It failed. Charismatic and Union Chief, we like government, so you can get that option. We'll accept the relations now with Blackland. New commander for the motorized light infantry. We'll grab the covert diplomat. And then we are going to play. So we lowered the opinion of Blackland. We're not quite ready to go to war with Blackland. So let's
Roger that.
raise his opinion just a little bit.
Roger that.
Keep him happy and content until we are ready. Till we are ready. Okay, so we did get quite a bit of territory. We are making good steps against the Arachnids on this turn. We're not going to go ahead and end this turn today. We're at about the point where I should go ahead and end the stream. Instructions proceeding reasonably well. We're working on some airfields that should help us do some air bombardment when the final war happens, if the final war happens. Victory-wise, because of the magical powers that is cloning, we now have more than half the people on the planet, which is increasing the likelihood we win without fighting any of the majors, because we might just simply have enough people once the Arachnids are dead. So we're fighting the Arachnids. I think the Arachnids still have like 2, 3, maybe 4% of the planet left. I'd have to do the quick math here to figure out how much everyone else has. 8, 12, so it's like 20, 30... 51, 52? We got 41. So like 93, 94. I'm doing a very, very quick mental math there, just estimations. So yeah, the Arachnids probably have like 4 or 5% of the planet left. So yeah, if we take out the Arachnids, that won't quite be enough for us to win, I think. Especially because we're not the only one actually poking the Arachnids, so other people are going to sneak a little bit as well. It may be enough with the amount of population growth we're getting. Either way, I think... Well, either we'll win by finishing the Arachnids off, or we'll be close enough that I think just dashing into Blackland and taking this one city here with 30,000 people will probably end it. Even though Liberty would be a better prize, but Liberty is just a little bit more of a dash. Yeah, Liberty. Making sure I'm reading that city right, city name right. Moat Mount, Liberty, Devon Moth. We don't have particularly creative city names here in Odessa League. We have Odessa, Lundare, Portstown, Landing Ruins South, Landing Ruins Northeast, Zelleran Ruins, Cokedale, the Foreign Ruins, Pascal, Venyasi, Zilka Major, Manma Ruins, Bunton, Vulcan, and Bullfrog. So we got lots of cities. I'm trying to make sure, or I'm trying to do what I can to make them not like really, really, really tiny cities. Apparently, I'm finding I don't necessarily need more than one really big city. Right, so we got one really big city, and then we're just trying to keep the other ones from being absolutely tiny. And 50k is not that bad with the cloning facilities to get them up to. If anything, I could probably turn the troop recruitment down and turn the colonists up if we wanted to grow the population a little bit faster. But yeah, so we're definitely winning. The question is, will a major Great War begin, or will we win before that happens? This is where I'm going to go ahead and end this stream. Some channel announcements for in the stream. Tomorrow's stream should be Grand Tactician, the Civil War. I think we only need like 15 or 16 more decrease in their national morale, so that may be the last stream. It probably isn't. It depends on whether we're taking a lot of cities or not, because it's like 16 battles that we're going to have to do to win by battles alone. But if we take objective like cities, then it'll be a little bit less than that. And often I stream like 6, 7 battles of that. So if we got like 6 battles and we get like 10 cities or something like that, we could potentially win in the next one. I don't think we are going to win, but we'll get real close in the next stream of that. That's tomorrow's stream. Day after that is the Long Dark. No spoilers on what I think we're going to be doing in the Long Dark. If you've been watching the Long Dark, you probably know what we're going to end up trying to do, unless I change my mind. The day after that will be Fleet of Glory Empires. The Sparta run did start correctly. I only had to reset once to get a viable start, so we'll be continuing that Sparta run. I think we're far enough in that there's no likelihood where we lose. There may be situations where it's just unfortunately tedious to counteract whatever goes wrong, but I think we're in a state where we're not going to lose. We might not be in a state where we win anytime soon in Sparta, but we've only had one stream. That's fine. The 4th day, we'll be back to this. We'll be back to Shadow Empire. I would not be surprised if the next stream is the stream we win in. I think we started the stream at 40 victory points. We're up to 46. If the stream is the same length and we gain victory points at the same rate, we'll have won by the end of next stream. So the next stream will probably be the last one of this run of Shadow Empire, and this run of the challenge. So this has definitely been a very interesting way of playing with mostly with all motorized. I don't know how viable it would have been to do this without an advanced start. We started with a Tech 5 start here, so we started with a lot of technologies. And in fact, I think we started with... Oh no, we didn't start with Deep Core, but I think we started with, like, Discovered. So we were able to very rapidly develop Deep Core to get us a reliable oil source. And we have such a reliable oil source. The oil stockpile is overflowing 20,000 a turn now. And the private merchants don't want to buy any because it's so crashed in price. So yeah, we got oil. We got oil to run all the vehicles off of. All the vehicles off of. And then the fun of just zooming across the map with the vehicles is real nice. We do have a little bit of a problem with dealing with high mountains. Granted, you always have problems dealing with high mountains. But because the majority of our guys are motorized and mechanized, those guys can't go in the high mountains, which is why we've got the walkers. The walkers are maybe, again, still don't really go into that terrain very well. Really, the only thing that goes in that terrain decently is foot. Then even foot don't really go in there very well. Like 60 action points to move into it is just bad for everything. So yeah, nothing really goes well in the mountains, but particularly when like the majority of your units can't go in the mountains, that can sting. So that's maybe one of the things that have been slowing us down is how do we deal with high mountain ranges? We've kind of sorted out how we're dealing with it. It's just lots of walkers to come in as a mop-up crew. So for example, there's just a heavy mountain range ridge coming through here. So we're going to have to clear the arachnids out of that ridge. But really, that's all that's stopping us from running over the rest of those arachnids. Then we're in the next batch of arachnids. Oh, and our spies actually have told us where that queen is. Oh, and that queen. That's the arachnid queen, is it? Yeah. So yeah, there's like and the next one doesn't have very many high mountains, so the next one should roll over quickly. So yeah, I suspect the next stream will go pretty quickly in at least progressing the Arachnid War. But that's what we're still in. We're still fighting the Arachnids. I've been taking the time because I don't think more troops would actually help with pushing this front. It's just the process of sorting the logistics out as we overextend them. So as a side note, I've been building up on the front where the plan B, if we don't win from defeating the Arachnids, front with Blackland. And that will, over time, put us in a position where if plan A, which is just winning by enough VP from taking over the Arachnids is enough, then we will invade Blackland. And I don't think they're number one. I think they've previously been number one, but there's some fluctuation in the yeah, they're number two. But they're also the people with the most population, so we want their population. Less interest really in the planet at that point. At that point, it's just whatever is the easiest source of score, and taking major population centers is just easier than taking raw planet. But yeah, I think this will be basically a blitz. There's nowhere they're going to be able to hold the entire defensive line. So it's going to come to being quick, fast, brutal, enveloping, and screwing up most of their frontage. Because we have the ability, I think, partially because of the benefits of having cloning facilities, we have the numbers to fill the front. They don't. And we're motorized and mechanized, so they're going to have a real fun day when they're trying to reorganize the front line and they're trying to pull back to do that. But that will be, if that happens, because we may win before that happens, that will be the next stream, I suspect. It may be the next stream. So yeah, done the announcements for the day. If you're watching on YouTube, assuming everything goes according to plan, there'll be another part for you up tomorrow. Assuming everything goes to plan, and you can't wait till tomorrow. If you're listening to this now on YouTube, the last stream of this should have actually been the next part. Should be far enough recorded ahead that by the time you're watching this on YouTube, I should have streamed the next part. Basically recorded the next part. So you should be able to sneak over to Twitch if you don't want to wait for it, and watch it in whatever Twitch quality gets. I do stream this live in front of whoever watches on Twitch. Sometimes I get like an average of one person on Twitch, so there's not a lot of people that watch on Twitch. At least not live. Twitch gets whatever quality I can stream live to Twitch. I think technically they're getting 60 frames per second. But they get whatever quality, whatever the local internet can supply. YouTube gets the local recording with a little bit of compression. I think it compresses it down to 30 frames per second and like 1080p. So sometimes some of the games I'll be playing are actually technically in resolution higher than 1080p, so I crank it down to 1080p for reasonable upload times. So YouTube should get a little bit more reliable of a quality. But it might not necessarily get the same number of frames per second. Most of the stuff I play, 30 versus 60 frames is not really going to make a difference. At least I don't think it does. So you're probably caring more about the reliable video quality if you like watching on YouTube better. And if you're not watching it live, I suspect that's probably what's best for the channel's health. YouTube rewards asynchronous watching a little bit better than Twitch does. The VODs, obviously, from the Twitch stream stay up on Twitch for 7 days. The planned goal with all the streams is that the parts get recorded, uploaded to YouTube, and released on YouTube before they disappear off of Twitch. So they hang around. If there's any old stuff that you want to watch, if you're watching on Twitch, and obviously it's been more than 7 days, they should, of course, be uploaded to YouTube with that. So I think I've done enough announcements and rambling and troop and channel structuring. We are going to go ahead and end the stream here and end the part here. If you're watching on YouTube, I hope you've been enjoying. If you're watching on Twitch, I hope you've been enjoying. With that, I wish you all the best of luck and a good time. Catch you all in the next one. And one thing you can't see is that I'm actively trying to save. I do have OBS set to not show pop-ups, and the save menu here is actually a pop-up. So you can't see the save menu. But when I do a save, makes that little noise. That's what saving in this game does, basically. So that, I've gone ahead and saved. With that, wish you all the best of luck and a good time. Catch you all in the next one, and bye for now.